She left him when he had nothing. No money, no stability, no future. But 3 years later, he walked back into her world as a self-made millionaire. Now, face to face, will he forgive the woman who abandoned him, or make her regret the day she walked away? When Harry first met Lily, he was a young man with grand dreams, but no money. He had always believed in the power of hard work, in the idea that one day his time would come, even if he had to start from nothing. Lily, on the other hand, was the daughter of a wealthy businessman, raised with the kind of luxury that Harry only saw in movies. She was beautiful, intelligent, and had an air of sophistication about her that made Harry feel like he didn't belong. But somehow, they clicked. Despite the differences in their social standing, Harry's ambition and charm won her over. She admired his tenacity, his belief that he could make something of himself, no matter how many doors were slammed in his face. They married after 3 years of dating, and for a while it seemed like the perfect love story. Harry worked tirelessly, diving into the startup world with passion and persistence. But the reality of their life together was not what he had imagined. The first few years of their marriage were tough. Harry worked multiple jobs, barely making ends meet, while Lily lived in a world of opulence, attending parties and enjoying the comforts of a life she had never had to work for. She had a sharp eye for designer clothes, expensive dinners, and exotic vacations. Every time Harry came home late, exhausted from another day of hustling, Lily seemed distant, her eyes cold with dissatisfaction. "Don't you think it's time you settled for something more stable?" she would ask, her voice laced with impatience. But Harry had his eyes set on his dream. He wasn't about to let the weight of their financial struggles break him. He believed in the vision he had, even if it meant sacrificing time with her, even if it meant losing touch with who they were when they first met. One evening, after a particularly grueling week of failed pitches and unreturned calls, Harry came home to find Lily packing her bags. Her face was pale, and there was a lack of emotion in her eyes that cut through him. "Harry, I can't do this anymore," she said, her voice trembling, but her words were as cold as ice. "You've got nothing. No future, no money. I need more than this. I deserve more." Harry's heart sank. But he didn't argue. He could see the truth in her eyes. She had never signed up for a life of struggle, never thought that love could survive in the face of poverty. She had been patient, but her patience had a limit. "You're leaving me because of money?" he asked, his voice breaking. Lily nodded. "I need security, Harry. I need someone who can provide for me, someone who can give me the life I've always dreamed of." "You can't even keep a job for more than 6 months. I need more than hope. I need reality." With that, she was gone. Harry stood there, stunned. It wasn't the first time he had doubted himself, but it was the first time he felt truly worthless. That night, as he lay in the silence of their empty home, a new fire ignited inside him. He would show her. He would prove to everyone, including himself, that he was worth something. 3 years passed. Harry's idea, which had once seemed absurd to everyone around him, became a thriving tech company. He had built it from the ground up, scraping together every cent, every ounce of energy. He went through countless rejections, but he learned from each one. He was no longer just an idealist. He was a fighter. His company became the go-to platform for innovative technology solutions, and before he knew it, Harry had become a millionaire. The financial freedom he once dreamed of had finally become a reality. His brand was known in boardrooms and living rooms alike, and investors sought his advice. But none of that mattered at first. What mattered was the sense of self-worth he had gained, the feeling that he had finally proven to the world and to himself that he was capable of achieving greatness. One evening, as Harry was attending a gala to celebrate the success of his company, he spotted her across the room. Lily. She was standing by the bar, her eyes scanning the crowd, looking as elegant as ever. For a moment, he felt a pang of nostalgia. She was beautiful, no doubt about it. But she was also a reminder of everything he had once been. Their eyes met. She smiled, a bit too forcefully, and walked over. "Harry," she said, her voice dripping with feigned sweetness. "It's been so long. You look, well, different. I'm glad to see you've done so well for yourself." Harry didn't smile. He had moved past the hurt. "I've done well, yes. But it's not because of you or your approval. It's because I never gave up." Lily's smile faltered. She shifted uncomfortably, but her pride wouldn't let her back down. "I was wrong to leave. I realize that now. I thought you would always be nothing, but I see that you're more than I thought." Harry met her gaze, his eyes steady. "The truth is, Lily, you didn't leave me because of money. You left because you didn't believe in me. But I believed in myself, and that's something you'll never understand." With that, he turned and walked away, his heart finally free from the chains of the past.